Factoring by trial and error, most especially when you have quadratic in nature, is one of my favorite types of factoring to do. So these are all quadratic in nature. And remember, quadratic in nature is when the first exponent is twice the second. So here we have x to the fourth plus 5x squared minus 14. I'm going to start by writing two binomials. And I'm going to say, how do I get back to x to the fourth? Well, that's x squared times x squared. And then we have to look to see how to get back to negative 14. Well, that's going to be a positive times a negative, and I need a combination that's going to give me a positive 5. So that's going to be negative 2 and positive 7. I'm going to do a quick check. 7x squared, negative 2x squared, that's a positive 5x squared. That works. Therefore, our answer is x squared minus 2 times x squared plus 7. Now I feel comfortable boxing that because I don't have, even though I have a difference. See here, we have a difference. We don't have a difference of 2 squares. Now, if I wanted to further factor this, I could factor it x plus the square root of 2 times x minus the square root of 2 times x squared plus 7. If you followed me right here, make a big smiley face on your paper, because that's good stuff and that could help you later on. But we don't have a difference of 2 squares that are integers, so we would box the x squared minus 2, x squared plus 7. Okay, let's look at the next. X to the fourth minus 6x squared minus 16. Again, I'm going to make two binomials. How do we get back to x to the fourth? That would be x squared times x squared. And then how do we get back to negative 16 with a combination that's going to add or subtract to be negative 6? Well, negative 8 times positive 2 gives us negative 16. Negative 8x squared, positive 2x squared is negative 6x squared. X squared minus 8, that's a difference, but not of 2 squares. X squared plus 2 is irreducible. Therefore, our answer is x squared minus 8 times x squared plus 2. Okay, you go ahead and try this next problem and come on back and check your answer. If you got x squared plus 4 times x squared plus 6, you got the right answer. Congratulations. Okay, let's continue with quadratic in nature. Believe it or not, these are also quadratic in nature. What is quadratic in nature? Quadratic in nature is when the first exponent is twice the second. And 2/3 does happen to be twice 1/3. 2/3 does happen to be twice 1/3. So we have x to the 2/3 plus 3x to the 1/3 minus 28. Well, I'm going to make two binomials. How do we get back to x to the 2/3? That's going to be x to the 1/3 times x to the 1/3. That's true. X to the 1/3 times x to the 1/3. You keep the base, add the exponents. 1/3 plus 1/3 is 2/3. So that's true. Now I need a combination that's going to multiply to be negative 28, but add to be positive 3. Well, that's going to be positive 7 and negative 4. And that is our answer. Let's try this one. X to the 2/3 plus 9x to the 1/3 plus 18. This is also quadratic in nature. 2/3 is twice 1/3. Therefore, I'm going to try and do this factoring by trial and error. How do we get back to x to the 2/3? Well, we're going to multiply x to the 1/3 times x to the 1/3. That's going to allow us to have outer and inners that are going to have an x to the 1/3. What combination multiplies to be 18 but adds to be 9? That's going to be +3 and +6. Now, if you're not able to do these as fast as I'm doing them, practice is going to help get you there, and also being diligent in showing your work. So 2, 9, 3, 6, 4 doesn't go in, 5 doesn't go in, 6 does, but I've already listed 6. So being able to list your factors and going in order and being organized will be a huge help. Okay, go ahead and try this problem. Welcome back. You should have gotten x to the 1/3 minus 3 times x to the 1/3 minus 5 as a final answer.